We have a lesson 04 video discussion. Here we have two topics of the 4 points for a total of a 5-minute video, about 2.5 minutes on each topic. The first topic, my last name is Skype, so it's going to be the G through L. I'm a manager of a publishing company, and we're facing closure with layoffs, creating mixed emotions. The key word here is discussing the antecedent focus strategies. Four different antecedent focus strategies of situation selections, situation modification, attention deployment, and cognitive change. And also, of course, some keywords are reappraisal and suppression, emotions, behaviors, what's most effective and least effective, especially when giving information. For example, getting laid off or anything like that, you want to be selective on on where you are giving this information, the meeting place, conference room, and a lot of keywords on how to hold emotional responses with employees and things like that, because we all know that employees and money and stuff, it's all mouths to feed, so of course there's going to be a lot of emotion involved. There is I think clear communication with the situation modification of time to lessen emotional stresses amongst people, because we all know, especially people's desks and things, everybody has families. There's also attention deployment, which is directing away distress of elements, to be emotionally steady and stay in the moment, instead of dwelling on fears of things like that, to stay in the moment. Of course, there's cognitive change is the fourth one, the most effective one. Just basically showing people that things happen, the reason why they happen, and numbers happen, and sometimes there's a greater cause and nothing we can do about it. I think that's the hardest one, especially when we're going off losses and things like that. And of course, there's the response focus strategies after emotions are activated. Hey, there's severance pay and all types of different things. There's a reappraisal. And then also, of course, when we go to the second prompt of being a manager of a team of employees, and changing the management style is a big one, just because of the way that it helps stress and improves performance. Being a supportive, flexible, and communicative manager is always the main thing. Giving employees key expectations. I would always, for example, if I were a manager, I would change my managerial styles every 3 to 4 months, every year in a different pattern, just to keep everybody going. Especially if it was a sales job, I would do 3/4 of every 4 months changing. 3/4, and another one I would do 4/4 of every 3 months changing. Managerial styles, just something simple like that I would do, and I think it would cope with things and help people perform better, so people don't stay in the same routine of doing everything every year. Repetitive perception, but there's so many different things that the change management style has an effect on with the organizational behavior theory and management, because there's a theory behind of all of that. I'm I'm sure, of course, as there's deeper master degree programs of this class that would get into. But besides that, that is the conclusion of my two prompts, and that's all.